What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today, we're here with another deck list, deck profile, deck update, the classic sauce, whatever you like to call it, you know. And today, this is our gadget deck for February 2025. The Gadget Boys, an absolute, classic sauce, that kind of revolves around the many different Gadget Boys. It kind of started out with green, yellow, and red, but we'll go through it. Of course, green Gadget, and they all the starter ones kind of follow the same sauce of when you normal or special summon this card, you can add one red Gadget from your deck to your hand, and the rest, add different colors. So, of course, we're running 3 of him. Moving on, we got 3 yellow Gadget. Same thing, but he adds a green Gadget from deck to hand, the one we just looked at. And they do have slightly different attacks, but, it is what it is. I believe the yellow, the yellow's got 12, 14 on the green, 13 on the red, which does play into some of the plays. But this guy, same thing, but yellow Gadget, the one we just looked at once again. So you can start to get the idea of a lot of adding gadgets to hand, doing that kind of sauce. Moving forward, we got some of the newer tech throughout the ages. The gold Gadget, looking nice and shiny. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can special summon one level 4 machine monster from your hand. And if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one level 4 gadget monster from your deck, except gold Gadget. You can only use one gold Gadget effect per turn, and only once that turn. So, you can start to combo off where, you're popping into different gadgets off of different gadgets to get those numbers on the board for different plays. Next, we got 3 silver Gadget. He does the exact same thing the gold Gadget does, except you can't search silver Gadget. So it literally is the same tech on the summon, same tech if it is destroyed by battle or card effect, except for it is restricted to not searching itself. So you can go off silver into gold, you could go off into that and into more. There's all kinds of tech to take it. Now, the kind of archetype that fits into it, but is in a way its own archetype, it's kind of weird how it runs. There's not too many archetypes like this, is the boot up cards / the Dynamos, boot up Dynamos. So we have boot up soldier, Dread Dynamo. If you have a face-up gadget monster on your side of the field, this card gains 2,000 attack. So, it's some pretty generic sauce, but it works well to, get a beat stick on the field, or just to work as some extra, level 4 power. Moving forward, we'll get that in the pile. We got 2 of the boot up Corporal Command Dynamo. Nice little piece here it is. You can target up to 2 machine gadget monsters you control, or in your graveyard with different names, special summon this card from your hand, and equip those targets to this card, regardless of their type. And you can only use this effect of a boot up Corporal Command Dynamo once per turn, and gains 1,000 attack for each monster equipped to it by this effect. It'd be kind of better if it was just equipped to it, so you could kind of, really go off with that. But it is what it is. He's a nice little piece for recycling too. Next, we got 2 boot up Admiral Destroyer Dynamo. A nice little boss piece here with some decent attack, and it cannot be normal summon / set, must be special summoned from your hand by sending 2 gadget monster cards from your hand and or face up field to the graveyard, cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while you control a gadget monster or a gadget monster equipped to a monster. And once per turn, target 1 card on the field and destroy it, which is pretty good, once per turn removal. And then just for kind of a saucy one-off, we threw in Ancient Gear Gadget. It's good to have some gadgets with different names, for the one Dynamo. But it is, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can declare 1 card type monster, spell, or trap. In this turn, if a monster you control attacks, your opponent's spells, trap cards, or monster effects, whichever was declared, cannot be activated until the end of the damage step. So it's not too crazy, but it is what it is. And plus he has, once per turn, you can declare one gadget monster's card name, and until the end phase, this card's name becomes that name. So I guess it would kind of work better if you had multiple of them, so you could kind of switch them up if you had to. But it is something I'm just kind of teching out. And, you know, it could be more inclusive if you're maybe doing some fusion plays and going for that, like, Parapsychroid or something, so you can get direct attacks in off your, you know, your gadget plays. But, you know, that's some potential future upgrades, and of course, it's always a work in progress. So let me know if there's any monster sauce you think I'm missing out on. But moving to the spells, we got 2 Boot Up Order Gear Charge. A nice continuous spell card here it is. When this card is activated, you can target any number of gadget monster cards you control that are equipped to a monster and special summon them. So it's a way to get more dudes on the board, especially kind of going off of your Dynamo dude. And then you can discard 1 card and add 1 Boot Up Admiral Destroyer Dynamo from your deck to your hand. So some good search on that. And you can only you can only use this effect of Boot Up Order Gear Charge, once per turn. You can only activate 1 Boot Up Order Gear Charge per turn. So, you know, good sauce. Could be teched up to more, could be taken down to less, depends on kind of how you're running the deck. Next, we just threw in 2 Double Summon. Since you're adding so many cards to hand off, you know, like gadget plays, a good way to get them out on the field. Decent stuff there. Moving forward, we got 2 Limiter Removal. Decent little sauce, of course, to double the attack. And then there's lots of little plays you can do if we have the, you know, like the Admiral on the field. And, you know, we got some gadgets or equipped to him or just on the field. We can keep him out there, even though his attack was doubled. So there's some sauce with that. It's just a great little machine piece. Next, we got 2 Cosmic Cyclone. It's just our, you know, generic-y spell trap removal. But there's lots of ways to tech this in, you know, using different strats. Then we threw in an Iron Draw, probably just in, you know, lieu of like a Pot of Avarice or something, so you can recycle a bit more. But this works half decently for getting some more cards out, especially when we're just trying to get out a Dynamo or something. Next, we threw in a Reload. Figured you could kind of swap out some of your gadgets, just a tech piece I'm trying out. And of course, it's a quick play, so you could maybe tech in something with that. Lastly, we just threw in a Monster Reborn. Of course, great classic recycle power. Moving to the traps, we got 3 Power Hold the Moving Battery. Trap, continuous boy. Special summon this card as an effect. Monster, Machine Earth, level 4, 0 attack, 2000 defense. Then you can equip 1 level 4 Machine Gadget monster from your hand or deck to this card. And this is the kind of weird saucy part. This card is also still a trap, and if summoned this way, this card gains attack equal to double the attack of the monster equipped to it by this effect. So of course, you know, you get that 1300, that 1400 sauce out there, and you're doubling it. That can be pretty fat. Plus, it's just a good way to, you know, recycle some stuff. Get some stuff, you know, popping. I don't know why we put the spells on top of the monsters, then traps to the side, but it is what it is. Stronghold the Moving Fortress. We're running 2 of. Not the greatest sauce in the deck, but we're trying it out, seeing how it runs. Special summon this card in defense position. As an effect, Machine type, Earth level 4 monster, 0 attack, 2000 defense. It's also still treated as a trap, And while you control a green, red, and yellow gadget, it gains 3000 attack. So, not the biggest sauce, but it kind of is what it is, and you could maybe focus more into, like, trap monsters and stuff like that. Next, we got 1 Boot Up Order Gear Force. When either player's monster declares an attack, and all monsters you control are face-up machine monsters, minimum 1, destroy attack position monsters your opponent controls up to the number of machine monsters you control. So, is there better ways to maybe get some destruction off? Yes, but I kind of like the art, and I had one of it, so I figured why not. Plus, it's just, you know, it's a half-decent effect that sauces in with the cards. And then lastly, just a back to the front, more recycle power. to you know, get the job done. Let's see if we can separate these. Oh yeah, did it perfect. But that is the basic run through of the deck. I'm missing at the moment the platinum gadgets, the, you know, the Link monster. I know I have one somewhere, or maybe even two. I just forget what deck it's in. But obviously I'd toss them in here if I was taking it to you know, a tournament or a locals or something. But, or, you know, just running it mainly in general. But there's lots of extra deck potential for this deck, you know, lots of machine power. Like I said, you could take it in the fusion-y kind of direction. Maybe add some Cyber Dragons in there, you know, pair Psychroid like I mentioned, especially with this boy. Lots of potential there. Other than that, you know, make sure to let me know what you think I missed in the deck. Obviously, it's still a work in progress, and there's some gadgety cards I could still throw in or kind of change out, work with the numbers and the ratios, of course. But like I said, make sure to let me know if there's anything you think I missed. Make sure to check out my other deck profiles. I do this pretty consistently for tons of different decks, more mainstream stuff or gimmicky stuff, so you never know what's going to be showing up on the channel. And other stuff, you know, pack openings, you know, deck reviews, stuff like that, Yu-Gi-Oh! DIY projects. So I recommend you check all that stuff out. And otherwise, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know when future content's coming out. And thanks for watching. Peace.